Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam, ala rasulillah, amma ba'd. We continue with our reading of the introduction to Usool Thalatha by Sheikh Salih al-Fawzan, hafizahullah ta'ala. We have reached the statement of the author. If you don't know who the author is Sheikh Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, rahimahullah ta'ala. And we reach the statement where the author says, وَقَالَ الشَّافِعِيُّ رَحِمَهُ اللَّهُ لَوْ مَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ حُجَّةً عَلَى خَلْقِهِ إِلَّا هَذِهِ سُورَةً لَكَفَتْهُمْ. And that Imam Shafi'i said that if Allah would not have revealed any proof upon His creation except for this surah, then it will be suffice for them. Again, this statement is tremendous by Imam Shafi'i. He said, if Allah was not to reveal any proof for His creation except this surah, meaning Surah Asr, then this surah will be suffice for them. And as Shafi'i, as Sheikh Fawzan goes on and he said, as Shafi'iyun, he is the Imam Muhammad ibn Idris. Muhammad ibn Idris. This is Imam Shafi'i. His name is Muhammad ibn Idris. And the Shafi'i is the lineage of his fourth grandfather. This is from the lineage of his fourth grandfather, whose name is Shafi'i. Shafi'i. His fourth grandfather's name is Shafi'i. And he is from Quraysh, from Bani Muttalib, from the children of Muttalib. He died in the year 402 after the Hijrah. He died the year 402 after the Hijrah. He's one of the four Imams. He's one of the four Imams. And that he said regarding this treaty, regarding this little booklet, that Allah indicated in this surah the reason for sorrow and the reason for happiness, referring to Surah Asr. He said Allah indicates in this surah sorrow and happiness. And as for the reason for happiness, it is that the people are described with four characteristics. The people are described or characterized with four characteristics. The first characteristic which the people are described by in this surah is knowledge. The second is acting upon that knowledge. The third is calling to Allah upon that knowledge. And the fourth is to have patience upon the trials that you will get in the path of Allah Azza wa Jal. So be firm, the proof from Allah is upon His creation in this surah. So he said be firm. And he's talking about this last point, which he said, have patience upon the trials that you will get in the path of Allah Azza wa Jal. He said, stay firm. Indeed, the proof of Allah is upon the creation in this surah. This surah alone, this is the proof. Not saying that there's no other surahs, but this surah is a proof for mankind. And indeed, Allah said to them, I have made clear the reason for happiness in this surah. I have made it clear the reasons, the ways of happiness in this surah, in a short manner, referring to the shortness of the surah. That in the shortness of the surah, Allah has made things, the reason of happiness clear in this surah. The whole of the Quran and the Sunnah, both of them, bring the details of these four matters. The Quran and the Sunnah brings the matters of the details of these matters in detail, both the Quran and the Sunnah. But the surah brings clarity regarding happiness. So stand firm by it. Stand firm by these characteristics and these etiquettes that is given in this surah. The proof upon the creation. Be firm by it. The proof upon the creation and the rest of the text from the Quran and the Sunnah, which are detailed and show these four matters. And the meaning is not the statement of Imam Shafi'i that this surah is sufficient for the people. If Allah would not have sent other than it, but it stands firm as a proof upon them, because Allah has made clear in it the reason for happiness and the reason for sorrow. So Shaykh Fawzan, Habibullah, he is mentioning that the proof in Imam al-Shafi'i's statement is not the fact that he said that this surah is sufficient for the people. Rather, the proof is in the part of the statement where he says, if Allah would not have sent any other proof, this is the proof of the tremendousness of Surah Al-Asr. Because the Imam said that if Allah would not have sent a proof other than this surah, SubhanAllah. So one cannot say on the day of Qiyamah, on the day of standing, I do not know the reasons for happiness, nor do I know the reasons for sorrow. And that he reads this short and brief surah. So no one can come on Yawm al-Qiyamah and say that he never knew the reasons for happiness in this world and the reasons for sorrow in this world if he had read the surah, which is short and is brief. That no one can come on that day and say that they do not know the reasons for happiness and they do not know the reasons for sorrow, because indeed Allah made it known in Surah Al-Asr that this is He showed, the reasons for happiness and the reasons for sorrow. And this is what the Shaykh had explained regarding the statement of Imam al-Shafi'i, لَوْ مَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ حُجَّةً عَلَى خَلْقِهِ إِلَّا هَذِهِ صُورَةً لَكَفَتْهُمْ. Then indeed Imam al-Shafi'i said, if Allah was not to reveal any proof upon His creation other than this surah, then this will be suffice for them. And this is the end of what the Shaykh had to say regarding that statement of the author and the statement of Imam al-Shafi'i. Anything that I said that was incorrect for my translation is for myself and the shaitan. Anything that I said that was correct, all praise is due to Allah. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk, wa akhiru da'wana.